live stream with game announcements that kicks off Gamescom, the biggest game convention in Europe. It's absolutely insane. But this isn't going to be a complete play-by-play here. I just wanted to kind of break down some of the stuff that I'm interested in, or just stuff I had something to say instead of just rattling off a list. If you're new to this part of the gaming news world, I think shows like this are interesting, and even there are some smaller streams because these, you don't always get these massive, huge AAA bangers. You get updates on existing games, and you also get looks at some weirder games that maybe weren't on your radar. But we have some big shit on this one, so if you'll excuse me, I need to put my glasses on. We got a rare Jake glasses day because I wrote things down. I did my job. Let's start off with Tides of Annihilation, right? This was a highly anticipated one. People have been wanting a new look at this one. I've had the pleasure of seeing some of this game behind the scenes. I even got to meet and speak with the director. Definitely a passionate team, and this new look is pretty much exactly what I expect. Over the top, really cool action combat that kind of almost is giving me like Final Fantasy summon vibes, just like with the look of the creatures and stuff, but like over the top combat, but featuring a Gwendolyn summoning the Knights of the Round. Obviously they're different. They're more like, you know, over the top and video gamey actiony, but I just personally think that's a really cool concept. I like playing around with Arthurian legend and seeing this kind of different kind of Eastern interpretation of it. I think is potentially pretty cool. And interestingly enough, they revealed this time around, so Jennifer English, who was of course the voice behind Mael in Expedition 33, she was supposed to be the voice of the main character here. She's apparently dropped out, and now it's actually Angela Santalbano, who of course is the voice of Grace Ashcroft from Resident Evil 9. She sounds good. The cutscene, the presentation stuff I see here, I like what I'm seeing, but again, it's only a small snippet, so I can't completely judge it. But basically, I've thought this game has looked cool from the jump, from day zero, and I'm glad they're keeping that up now that it's like a full-fledged project. Still no release date, which I was hoping we would get a little bit of something, but for now we just got some more crispy gameplay. Along with that, gotta point this out, a Rainbow Six, first of all, a Ubisoft game I want to play, also a Rainbow Six game I want to play, Rainbow Six Tactics. This is coming in 2027, and this is essentially XCOM Rainbow Six. Hell yeah. All right, cool. It's very much in the new Rainbow Six Siege universe. You could tell with the different operators, you're going to be able to mess with apparently 15 different operators here that all have their own unique abilities and stuff. But we see taking cover, we see breaching doors, we see blasting through walls, which is a staple of Siege, but also you just get some classic turn-based strategy tactics games like this. Like you see the Overwatch technique, you see using items, stuff like that. This is just up my alley. These games tend to hook me, believe it or not. Some of you guys might not know that, but I was pretty big on XCOM Enemy Unknown when that dropped. Obviously, I have Star Wars Zero Company dropping soon. So I think this is pretty cool. Rainbow Six Tactics, they could get Ding Chavez in there. Just saying. Now, I'm weird with Rainbow Six because I played the old ones and Siege wasn't really for me. But this might be. We'll see. It's 2027. We also got a big, nice campaign trailer for Gears of War E-Day. I've been sold on this one, to be completely honest. Like the concept of it, and then kind of the back to the basics, back to their roots direction, really with the darkness and the grime, but also just where the story is. I was in from the jump, and this trailer still looks really good. Not a lot of focus on Marcus, but they did show a couple of good moments between Marcus and Dom, and I'm just looking at them like, is this gonna make me cry? Is this gonna be one of those like big manly tear moments like Gears 2 and 3 really generated? Sometimes talking about this stuff, like it's not worth going on too long because the game's out soon anyway. Same goes for Silent Hill Townfall. New trailer for that. They revealed the voice cast. I'm excited for this one just because it's a little different, but I like what Konami's been trying to do with Silent Hill. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out when I can fit it in. But on the other hand, something completely different, just a quick new look at Crazy Taxi World Tour. I love the original arcade game. It's one of my favorites ever. And then of course it was ported and those versions were great as well. But a new Crazy Taxi still has a lot of potential. I haven't been following this one that closely. I'm kind of just going to jump into it. I haven't read previews or any real details about the game, but just looking at the trailer, it seems like more going on, yes, mechanically, and other players on screen and other cars on screen, but still very much to me just looks like an evolution of a Crazy Taxi thing. That doesn't necessarily automatically mean it's going to be good. I have no idea. This could be a shit show. All the games on this list could be a shit show. I have no way of knowing until I play them. But what I did like to see here is seeing the original characters. Specifically, I don't think we've seen Gus yet, really, in a lot of marketing, and that's pretty cool. I usually always picked him because I always thought he looked kind of like Robert De Niro. But also, Bad Religion track, just you love to hear it. And that's an interesting thing. There was like some covers and some weird songs in some of these trailers. There was a cover of the Cranberries that did not sound good. I don't think you can really cover the Cranberries. Anyway, Notice Falls. This is a co-op adventure from Hoyoverse, the people behind things like Genshin Impact and that other one I forget the name of. But this to me is like a co-op adventure. That's how they've built it. But to me personally, like I look at this and I'm like, there's clearly some like kind of From Software Elden Ring inspiration. Not necessarily saying it's a copy or anything like that, but the art direction, world design, just tone and feel, it's got some of that. But it looks like it's a little bit more character action based.
Right there.
Also, gotta say, some of the bosses that they showed had some really awesome moves, like the boss with the spear stabbing the character, holding the character up in the air for his dragon to swoop by and breathe fire onto you. That's just good shit. Maybe they're cooking with this one. I don't pay attention to these games, I'll be honest. I'm not really the target demo, but the last one, the sci-fi one, a couple of people almost convinced me on it, but we'll see what happens with this one. But then on the other completely different direction, we have Loft Song. This is a indie kind of isometric adventure game. It's one of my favorite things, like other than just playing big old games, is on the smaller side. I like games that are artistic and you're a little guy like wandering through something, through some beautiful place or some scary place, or just going on an adventure. You know, things like Limbo, Inside. I've talked about it a lot. Even like this has some Journey and like Abzu inspiration here, but it definitely looks darker, creepier, but also that art style. What imagery is that? That is beautiful, right? Like, and I, you know, there are so many games now that really try to push the bar artistically that I feel like now in this day and age with so many games, it takes a bit more for me to go, oh, wow, whoa, what is that? But this is doing it. I also wrote down Mega Man Dual Override just because, like, I'm not the biggest Mega Man guy, but I wrote it down because of the Pragmata skin that they're releasing that just looks horrific. What is going on there? Something a little weirder, smaller, but definitely worth noting is Dust Origins. This is a new one from Airship Syndicate. Of course, the people behind things like Darksiders. They've had other projects to varying degrees of success up and down. This is going to be a Kickstarter thing. As of right now, the Kickstarter has launched, and looking at it, it's got about 40 G's, $40,000 with a goal of $250,000. Now, this trailer is good, but I'll be honest, I've played a lot of games that look like this, but
not interested.
Story and character thing. Starter is one thing. I'd still like enemies, and that's what the trailer suggests. But they've been kind of trickling out little character. But I don't know if this is the best reveal, but they've been kind of trickling out little character trailers and things like this game for a while. Exodus here is actually one of my most anticipated. They finally confirmed that it's coming April of 2027. I think they could have taken way longer because this is kind of like a spiritual successor, very inspired by Mass Effect game. It's like a new universe, new sci-fi universe. You make a character, you do decisions, you go on an adventure, but it has a lot of that DNA, it has a lot of that salt. This one could come out of nowhere for them. On the other end, sticking with Wizards of the Coast as like publishing, this is Warlock. So this was revealed, I think, at like Summer Game Fest or something like that. It was a badass cinematic trailer, I will say. And I didn't think I was really going to be the target demo for this because like Wizard Girl, okay, cool, fine, whatever. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's something like Forspoken. But then on the other hand, you know, Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons, it's not like I'm like the biggest into it. Baldur's Gate 3, I enjoyed that. But other than that, I don't really know a lot. But just seeing that this is just a third-person character action adventure game, I'm in, specifically because it looked like her powers didn't seem like generic video game bullshit. Like they just looked really effective and really generic video game character action adventure game.
That enemy right there is absolutely taken from Baldur's Gate. Absolutely taken from Baldur's Gate. Is this like a D&D style game or something? Maybe it's a D&D character or enemy?
I'm in, specifically because it looked like her powers didn't just seem like generic video game bullshit. Like they just looked really effective and really cool, really organic use of telekinesis, summoning tendrils out of the ground, using a kind of telekinesis for puzzle solving and traversal. I really like the art style. I like the visual effects going on, like when we saw the lightning and
cool
like,
looking
some of those
world.
particle
Like
effects and stuff like that. Also,
like
some
that.
incredible music.
I
was
love
really
when maps
surprised.
feel
So just
like massive
again,
like that.
this was one that I was like, nah, I don't know about this one. And then actually having seen gameplay, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely be more interested in that. Also, Metro 2039 gameplay. I'm looking forward to probably trying to talk about this game more soon, but this is like the first look at the game, kind of back to the tunnels approach, but things are clearly very different. You're not playing as Artyom. This is a whole new adventure with an apparent personal angle, and I think that could potentially be pretty cool, especially because I think those guys really know how to build worlds and build a feeling. I just hope they can really have a story that can like hammer all that home, like it all comes together. And so far, like visually, mechanically, the types of weapons they're bringing back and evolving on, and the weapon crafting, I'm in. I also just really like the Metro games. Next up, what if 47 had to kill Snoop Dogg? I like, man, I don't know. I love IO Interactive, but they are so obsessed with like celebrities, and I don't get it. It doesn't land with me anymore. It was cool at first when they had like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but that was like a million years ago, or like Sean Bean. At this point, like whatever, dude. But it was really funny to watch a cinematic trailer for a Hitman game. Hitman, since I've been playing since like what, the year 2000, and hearing Diana say, 47, you have to kill the big dog. Like, what the fuck is going on? Another strange one, Showa American Story. We've been talking about this one a lot on Game Ranks just because it's kind of weird and quirky and it caught people's eye. This is like a character action adventure game where you're essentially a hot chick running across a post-apocalyptic United States where seemingly also maybe Japan took over and there's like a zombie apocalypse. You could drive a motorcycle. There's a lot going on. And this new trailer just highlighted that even more. Character customization, new looks at characters in the game, as well as just like a lot more going on in the combat and mini games. So to me now, seeing this game, we've seen it years ago. It kind of like busted and janky and just awkward, but it was early. It was a work in progress. But here now, seeing it, it seems like they're taking a lot of influence from something more like the Yakuza or like a Dragon series, where they're going into the zany, but also not just in terms of the presentation, but in just like all the weird stuff that can keep you busy. Still, I like the combat and the gore in this one. And when they first revealed this thing, just like with a weird trailer, I've been interested. And now it's nice to see it finally really coming together. Stage Tour is interesting because it's another attempt at like reviving the Rock Band Guitar Hero era, specifically here with Rock Band. And they're going all in with peripherals, which is really ambitious. The game itself does not look good visually, but I was kind of, as I was watching the trailer, I was like, oh, these characters look stilted, the stage looks dead, the visuals are bland. That's kind of what Guitar Hero and Rock Band kind of always was. Guitar Hero more so. These characters look and move like old animatronic Guitar Hero characters.
But as long as the
I don't think the visuals really matter too much. It's the gameplay chops that are going to back it up. And at the very least, the track list and some of the stuff they teased was pretty impressive. I would be down to play that. I was curious to see how much this was going to cost, right? Because they're not like a huge company that can just manufacture all these things. So right now they did put pre-orders up. The Stage Tour game plus band kit bundle, which comes with a guitar, a microphone, and drums, that is $300. There is a $350 version that comes with like a more advanced drum kit with double pedals, hi-hat cymbals, stuff like that. I don't know yet. I need to like hear from people that are freaks about these games first.
That's American
before I plug down that type of cash. But I'm glad someone's given this a shot because you had to be there, man. Those games hit. They really did. Grav Hounds is not really up my alley at all, right? Like it's like co-op, PvE, like you're teaming up together to like blast enemies and fix stuff and extract. It's like a Helldivers style thing, but you play as cool dogs, and it seems like it's got a little personality to the presentation and stuff like that. You're like dog dudes shooting stuff and fighting aliens. There's something here potentially with this one, and now that's interesting to say because there's another game from Behavior Interactive and I believe Nexon or Tencent, one of those big, huge money publishers. This is Exterminauts. And this is very similar. The presentation, the trailer is very different, but being aware of both games now and knowing a little bit more about Exterminauts, they do seem pretty similar. There is an objective, there is a structure around you going to work and fixing things, using your tools, activities other people with guns. This is interesting. I was like shouting at the, remember me screen, because it's interesting that they're doing Lego Skylines, because they absolutely borked City Skylines too. If you remember me complaining about that one, they have updated it here and there, but it's still not a fun Lego tie-in game until I saw the concept and thought about it for a second. And then I was like, oh yeah, I think I would play that. Smaller things, Path of Exile 1.0 full release is coming December 11th. This was just a good trailer. It hooked me in with how well the trailer showed off the combat and the combat feel and the tactile nature of it. I was like, whoa, is this Path of Exile? Oh yeah, oh shit, I should probably get around to playing this. Along with that, this is pretty cool, a Heroes of Might and Magic 3 remake. It looks very pretty, it looks very fleshed out. It is the full original game with all the campaigns, and it's a historic one, so it's cool that it's getting some modern love. Also, Ontos, seeing a little bit of that. This one I've talked about quite a bit in the past on some of like my most anticipated lists. Just good sign abuse, just absolutely deeply see it. This one's out pretty soon, and what is cool is that the some weird crafty art type game, like a card thing going on to it. Also, no Ghosts at the Grand. This is, I've talked about this when this was initially revealed. This is a better look at it. I'm not usually like too into these types of games, like a puzzler, weird little mystery, who done it, quirkiness. But the first trailer kind of roped me in, and now hearing exactly what it really is, it is a renovation story with a whole stuff like that. Something too good, there's no way. That was a lot of the conversation around it, but now we have gameplay, and this looks pretty cool, man. I actually think the character designs are pretty badass, especially the cat one that shows up at the end with like the swords. But just seeing some gameplay, it's like an action combat style game, but I gotta say, like, it looks like they're gonna have some cool chemistry and some real personality, distinct personality to all these different little critters. I like what they're doing with this one, because to me it just feels like something that like only in a video game, right? Like when people combine these styles and make some weird ass thing. So Zoo Punk, still definitely have my eye on it. It seems like still no release date or anything like that, but it's a good reminder that this is a thing and it is still being worked on, and hopefully we see it soon. It's the second Jeff Keighley live event or in a row where we got I don't know, this could be something. It feels a little different, and at this point oftentimes I just find myself looking for different, right? Speaking of different, Zoo Punk. This one was also previously revealed a year or so back. Made a splash because it looked cool as hell, but also it was just kind of mostly cinematic, and a lot of people were like, those graphics are too good, there's no way. That was a lot of the conversation around it, but now we have gameplay, and this looks pretty cool, man. I actually think the character designs are pretty badass, especially the cat one that shows up at the end with like the swords, but just seeing some gameplay, it's like an action combat style game, but I gotta say, like, it looks like they're gonna have some cool chemistry and some real personality, distinct personality to all these different little critters. I like what they're doing with this one, because to me it just feels like something that like only in a video game, right? Like when people combine these styles and make some weird ass thing. So Zoo Punk, still definitely have my eye on it. It seems like still no release date or anything like that, but it's a good reminder that this is a thing and it is still being worked on, and hopefully we see it soon. It's the second Jeff Keighley live event or in a row where we got a near the end big look at Final Fantasy. This is a new look at Final Fantasy VII Revelation. This is just like kind of a straight up trailer. Spring 2027. One of the things I really enjoyed was another look at something that we already knew was coming, but No Law. So No Law was teased with like a cool, grungy looking, grimy cyberpunk guy. He's like an older guy with a mustache. It was going to be like first person brutal action. But this trailer has showed that it's a lot more than that. It looks like it's got some really interesting story and presentation, but also just the complexity with what you're doing in this first person gameplay is awesome. To be reductive, like you could say cyberpunk, right? Sure. But to be even more reductive, which I'm going to do, it kind of reminds me of almost like a Bulletstorm mixed with a Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay / Assault on Dark Athena. Stick with me here. Just like the kind of very hands and limbs focused first person action, the like tactile oomph to it all. I just like the creativity that they highlighted very effectively in a small trailer, from brute force stuff like kicking a door into a guy's face to using all sorts of weird tech stuff that like I don't still quite understand like how it's working. It's just interesting new stuff I haven't seen before. To also just some really good visuals, from the gore to the character designs to the details of these worlds, and also the variety of the levels and stuff like that. So something I thought was just kind of like a stealthy and actiony cyberpunky first person action shooter. It just seems like it's got a lot more in-depth elements to it. Last but certainly not least, it looks like CD Projekt Red, who made The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings, is finally working on a third game. Check this out. This is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Look, as a big fan of Witcher 2, I still feel like it's kind of like an underrated franchise. It's based on some Polish fantasy novels, but this third game looks insane, just like what they're doing with like the open world and the structure and stuff like. Okay, I can't keep up the bit anymore. So what they're doing is, we knew that we were going to get a look at The Witcher 3 Songs of the Past, which is a new DLC expansion coming next year for The Witcher 3. Yes, a DLC full expansion for a game that's like over a decade old. But we also got the surprise that The Witcher 3 is getting like a remastered re-release. This is going to be a free update for people who own The Witcher 3, which at this point has got to be most people, or at least most of you guys watching this channel. So that's a nice plus, but this is a significant remaster. It wasn't necessarily one I was asking for at all. I still play The Witcher 3 often, and I think it's pretty great, but especially on PC. But what we have here is enhanced visuals with like updated textures, path trace lighting, rendering stuff, updated the foliage and all types of little things. You can definitely notice it a little bit, the foliage, I think. They've updated the movement and traversal, and also movement on horseback, which I think is good. They've also done some combat updates, with the developer on stage saying they've modernized it. It's apparently more responsive. They've changed the camera angles, some animations and stuff like that. That's, I don't know, I'm very this expansion comes out, which we got a smaller look at. I was hoping we would get a little more, but it seems like CD Projekt Red is going to be rolling out more in the next couple days. Songs of the Past just kind of looks like what I expected, just a cool, creepy new adventure. That art originally teased like a creepy haunted tree creature lady. We got a little bit more context of that. It looks like it might be a little trippy, playing with Geralt's mind, him in like a kind of some weird places. But speaking of the places, it is a new region they confirmed. It's called Letten, and it looks interesting. You know, again, only seeing a little bit of it here, but we see new cool creatures. Doug Cockle is back as Geralt, and he sounds a little older, but it was only one line. It's too hard to judge. But also they teased a chain weapon to use, which, call me crazy, I'm pretty sure that's something that they also revealed Ciri to be using as a new weapon type thing in The Witcher 4. So if this is like a little tease or appetizer for that, cool. Also, it just makes sense as a Geralt weapon. You like to see it. So again, more on that soon, but you know, the Witcher 3 remastered thing I think is cool for all the platforms. I'm curious to see how this goes. And again, as someone who has played the Witcher 3 since I reviewed it, so I played it before it actually launched. They've made a lot of changes to that game throughout the years, and some of the changes I've really, really loved and appreciated, but a couple little things here and there, not so much. So I'm curious to see how big some of this stuff is really, truly going to feel. Cool. Did it really need to be remastered, and whether or not like you can switch off some.
All right, let's load up the game here. Sorry, I had to eat. First things first. Eat, and then I have to eat in another hour. It's supposed to be, or 2 hours minimum 2 hours. So I guess I'm not getting to bed early tonight. That's just how it's gonna have to be. Because you have to eat. All right.
How are things, Henry?
The first time I've seen a red and a...
You're in a hurry, eh?
Gotta get a place to sleep. Oh, there she is. This isn't what I want, but I should get some fine wine in me. Ooh, 35. Ooh, my first badge that's gold. I'll take that. Let's also sell while we're here. It's stolen, so I can't. Vagrant hat. Did I always have a vagrant hat? I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Why isn't it on? Brunswick gauntlets. Did I get better gauntlets? Hourglass gauntlets. Oh, but the Brunswick gauntlets might have just been dirty. They are dirty. Can't sell those. I gotta clean them. Hand wraps. Those are for my stealth class. Why are those off again? Stealth. You can have the wine. That's going old. Hegel.
A word about the price.
All right. Why not? I'm done haggling.
Ah, fuck. No, I didn't mean to. Oh, you fucking bitch. Close the deal then, I guess.
Thank you, and come again, sir.
Will you be spending the night?
Seems that way.
But of course. I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother
Treadlight. The name's Treadlight.
What's new around here, innkeeper?
There's talk that young Bruttons form a fight club in Horsham. Maybe they'll
Ooh,
let you into
another
their
fight club.
circle. I heard there's a haunting in Old Cudner. There was a great tragedy one time in the mine near there. It's abandoned now. The ground collapsed, and a pit to hell opened up there. And then Smolka came by. She's the one who runs the bathhouse across the street. She said a fella came in, all restless and fidgety, saying he wanted a girl, that he wanted to take her somewhere else, and Smolka wouldn't have it. But when he offered to pay double, she agreed. You know how it is. These days, every groschen counts.
Was he a fucking pig?
If only that.
So what did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. Smolka couldn't get her to talk about what happened, but it wasn't pretty. I went to see her. The girl was all blue with bruises, her knees blooded. Not a pretty sight.
Who was this fella?
The way Smolka described him to me, he must have come with Sigismund's army. Probably a deserter. I've seen a few of those around here.
You any idea where I could find him?
Rumour has it he's been sleeping in a shepherd's abandoned dugout. Just...
I'll take care of him.
I'm glad to hear it. And don't spare him. A lot of scum is coming here, but enough is enough. When you're done with him, go to see Smolka at the bathhouse. She'll be glad to have one less thing to worry about. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, Inky. Show me your wares.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Well, thanks for nothing, Henry.
Oh, nice of him. He gave me the bed for free. First person to do that. What time is it anyways? Noon. I must have just woke up, eh? Energy's at 80. Yeah, we're good. Let's fix our stealth build because for some reason it's lacking. I don't know why everything got taken off, but I'll have to fix that. Vagrant hose, vagrant shoes. This one's 30. And get a drink in us. Okay, time to sit up a bit. Where is this fucking guy? I love that. Drinking wine or beer will heal you for 5 health. When you're in a human settlement or their immediate vicinity, your stealth skill will count as 3 higher. That's pretty good. After successfully picking a lock or pickpocketing, you gain scholarship. This is what I need to work on. That's what I gotta do. Let's be a scholar. Let's read some books. Let's first work on these. First one. Can we just go to books? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we need. Life in the saddle. Master's studies. Master's studies. This I feel like I'm jumping ahead here, but we're gonna try.
Needs to.
We're missing some Master Studies stuff. So everything up to Master Studies 4 has been read. All of this has been read. Is there a way of telling? Oh yeah, there is a way of telling. It has this little mark here if it hasn't been read.
Longer.
Or wait, what? Oh, I haven't reached the skill level for this one. Okay.
Excellent.
Can't focus on reading more. You've read enough today. Okay. That's fair. But now I'm gonna go to sleep. It's a new day. It's a new day.
Greetings.
Whoops. Can I do more? Perfect. Ooh. Okay, now we come back here, see if we can read on heraldry. No. Oh, I can't focus anymore.
Damn it!
Nourishment's 53. We need to eat the bread roll.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
And then this should get us close.
Well, this doesn't seem
We want to be
too bad.
close to morning, but we don't want to be at morning. We want a fresh day when we're done reading these books here. I'm going to be overslept. A book. Read a book. Come on, let me read it. Let me read it. Oh, shit. Same with this one, yeah. Okay, we can read. We can always read these. Okay. Okay, so we didn't read as much as I thought I was gonna read. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get some beer in us. Okay, now I'm gonna free roam. I'm not gonna do these guys' mission. Not right now, at least. I mean, we got this whole map to explore here. Oh. Oh. This is where we're going right now. Let's just head towards a... Well, what is this? This is A, red, and green. I don't want to get caught in something with this guy right now, though. Let's ride. Am I wearing my armor? No, I'm not. I don't have a hood on. The flip. Uh, 124 minus 80 minus 41 314 224 minus 77 minus 41 minus 34 Plus 10 for charisma. Guess we'll wear servant's hood.
Whoa!
What is this? Alright, whatever. Let's go. Let's go explore. What's up, Diggs, by the way? Wait. How's it going, man?
Whoa!
You never know when you're gonna be able to find some loot. Always gotta try. So we might as well go check out this smoky village. This actually doesn't look good. Oh no, that's just a bunch of smoke.
Go!
Run.
You have a kind master, eh, huh?
It's a hard working town here. Are you telling me I rode right through here and it's not going to open up that part of the map for me? We gotta open it up. We gotta be able to see that whole town. We gotta ride down here a bit. Oh, some beef. First time seeing some beef. Some lean beef. I wonder what these buildings are. Why do they have these chimneys?
Keep it up.
I'm sure we'll find out. That's got to be good. Alright, it's opened up. We can see it. Grund. They're not happy with me. More like grumpy. Like a grumpy pants. Okay, continuing onward!
Just a bit further.
We have to get to Putensberg. Putensberg! Welcome to Gutenberg. Gutensberg.
Quick.
Gotta be getting close by now. I have a feeling it's just gonna open up right over this hill. Let's go over this hill. We're gonna open up the Kutensberg. Kutensberg. Oh yeah, look at that. The great township of Kutensberg. Just a stone throw away from ground. What is this? What is these broken down buildings? Seems like potential for free loot. Or probably a mission later on. All of my blacksmithing stuff can go over to my horse. To me horse. All of my blacksmith. Oh, here it is. And then we need to go to horse and we need to get 30 of something. 30 of something. And that makes it so I have higher charisma for some reason. There more somewhere? Oh, there. There's got to be a sneaky way. Oh, this house burnt down. There's gonna be some story about this. There's gonna be a little mission that goes here or something. There's no way this town doesn't have anything going for it. Locked dugout. Don't stop me. Entering the Hobbit's home.
Curva, how did you find it? It doesn't matter. Fuck you!
Okay, let's not fight in here. Ooh, 100% beer? Frick yeah. Alright, what else do we got? Skilled hands. Bunch of blacksmithing stuff is wonderful. Blacksmithing kit. Yo, this guy's got to be hiding something sick in here. Huh? This is his bed. Some fine wine. Some regular wine. That's all he's got. Now I'm over encumbered again. What don't we need in my inventory? We don't need all of these bolts. Tournament bolts can go in on horse. Piercing bolt. Improved piercing bolt, and at least until I get a larger amount of them. Fine bolt. These are the ones we'll keep. Don't need this on me. Don't need that at all. I'm not sure if these are better, but we don't need them on me for now. These are good money. These can be sold or dropped, I mean. These can be dropped. Already read all these books, so we can drop them. Already read these. Probably should sell them because they're worth good money, but whatever. I haven't really been struggling for money in a while. Nothing else is heavy enough to drop. And I gotta check that building and this building, and then we're gonna continue on to Queensberg. What is this? This is interesting. Looks like a prison to me. Over encumbered again. Horse is carrying too much now. This is wonderful. What can we drop off the horse then? Worth good money. Drop this. Worth good money. Money, 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 money. Drop. Money, money. Drop. Drop. That's good just in case. Fuck. Then back to me. Miscellaneous. Blacksmithing. Alright, we gotta go sell some stuff off my horse. Some armor. And I think a Koetingsberg would be perfect place. Old Kutna. Good old Kutna.
Quick!
Oh, Kutensburg is a freaking kingdom. Holy shit. This is much more impressive than Trotsky.
Nice and safe. Oh, hi. I'm talking to you.
A good-looking man like you working as a guard? Seems like a shame to me.
Well, did you get it sorted out?
Hopefully. But it cost me all the money my pa left me. I even had to sell the ring from my mother-in-law. But I'm telling you, if he runs...
Apparently, the city council is organizing another collection for repairs to the fortifications. Are they out of their bloody mind?
What is this?
I'm always
I don't
glad
know.
to see polite people like you.
I'm thinking of buying a rowboat, or maybe a punt. What do you want a boat for? So I don't drown in all this shit. Last time it rained for a week straight, we're up to our knees in a...
Excuse me? Welcome. Greetings to you.
What
Trade.
do you have for sale?
Sell. Oh, I have to put all. I don't want to do it. I wish you could just sell off your horse.
No.
Uh. What's up? Are you outside? Are you here to pick up something? One second.
Speaking, sir.
Show me your wares.
Come on, bye. Be in the. Dang it! I have to.
What can you do? Maybe next
I have to
time.
walk overweight. Trying to find something. Someone who'll actually buy my stuff. Do I just get the whole map of Kutensburg? Holy fuck, this is a big town. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we just roam around slowly.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Doesn't look like anything for me.
A wonderful day for a wonderful purchase. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falsehoods and indulgences condemn all Christendom to eternal torture.
Onions! Strong onions! White, yellow, and red. The best on the market. What do you have?
What do you have?
Nothing. I'm looking for someone who's interested in armor.
Christ! Pardon me.
Oh, blacksmith.
Damn it. It's always ordinary folk that get the short.
Or tailor.
I'll have a look at.
Oh, yes. Someone that'll buy my stuff. How much money do you have? 500? We'll crank that up right away here. Selling for 340. He has 582. It doesn't seem like a good price for this $400 saddle. Haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Gut, versuchen wir's.
Is this enough?
That's quite a sum. Lower your price. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Danke. Das.
What do you have for sale?
What do you...
A knight's belt. Hold weapons. Much easier, faster access. Of course, the amount of things that can be attached to the belt is limited. Oh, shit. Some noble stuff? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I go these down for sure.
Danke
Or
und viel
just buy
Glück
them for
für
full
die
price.
Zukunft, mein Herr.
Sure.
All right. Nice.
I'm happy with it though. That's fucking sick. Let's put those on right now. Frick yeah. Freak. Yeah. Some beer and some dried apple. Or no, we don't care about that. Add some fine wine. There we go. We can get drunk on the move. So we got a gun. We got a great sword or long sword. We have a crossbow. And we'll have a bow. Let's just use the bow. Arrow. Hunting arrow. Improved long range arrow. Let's go like that. Then we're gonna go back to here. Go here. Here. And then we're gonna swap common bolt to horse. And that's our situation. Now we got 3 long range weapons and our greatsword. Fuck yeah. This looks fucking sick. Loaded up. Yeah, we're looking pretty badass. Still wouldn't mind a new helmet, but we're dealing with it. Manageable. Noble sword can stay because we're gonna sell it. We're gonna find someone who'll buy it.
We've got enough to go.
Hairdresser. Right? Hairdresser?
Praise God. Oh, you pooch.
I think. Armor, looks like.
I looked for you there. Morning.
Yes.
I'll have a look at the...
Sell. Buy. Oh, 5,000? $10,000? Okay, we can't afford this guy's stuff. This is where we gotta come for all the good stuff, though.
Let's talk about the price.
All right.
What would you say to this?
We're nearly there. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. Good day to you. I'll be with you in just a moment.
This would be the place to rob if I could.
You can't be here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
It's you. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
Greetings to you.
I was browsing your wares, dude. Chill out. Instantly hostile. And for what? Are we drunk right now? Okay, so a fine wine is 12% and a beer is 5%. So we're looking at 17%. A mead is 15%. That's perfect.
Excuse me.
What? You there, good man. Step closer.
This looks like the type of person you want to talk to.
What are you doing here, Jester? Did you run away from some lord?
Not at all. I'm a free and wandering fool.
Well, then you must not be a very good one if you've no lord. What do they call you?
I am Jimbo.
Velatro, madman and bringer of mirth, joyfully welcomed at noble courts from Milan to London. All right, Jimbo. So, what are you doing in our lands, then? I've journeyed here to herald a new age, a new form, a new way of dice. What was that you said you were? It sounded like some kind of sickness. Ha! Not at all. Velatro is the name the old Romans had for us. For you... the sick, you mean? For us fools, jesters, and artists of wit. We can be sick, though. Laughter's contagious, after all. That's right. Laughter and yawning. But there'll be no yawning here, not while I'm around. I've found ways in Italy to keep folks entertained. For instance, with dice. And a few improvements to them. And why come all this way to Kuttenberg? Wasn't there any interest along the road? There was plenty. But I spread my idea wherever I can. And one of the wealthiest cities in the Empire is just the place where it might take root. And you're not afraid of the war? On the contrary. My version of dice is meant to spread laughter, unity, and good cheer. And that's needed more than ever in times of war. But dice are already a perfect game. How do you want to improve that? You're only saying that because you haven't heard my idea yet. You might have seen dice with strange symbols that can count as any number. They're called jokers. And I'd like every set to include a die like that. That's not a bad idea. It'd be less about luck, but easier to gather points. I knew right away you're a kindred spirit. But isn't it hard? Convincing people to change how they play? All things are hard at first. Think back to your own beginnings. Well, I've picked up a fair bit these past few months, but I'll still keep coming across new things. And that won't stop anytime soon. I've been far and wide, but the number of wonders in the world. It'd take more than a lifetime to see them all. But still, I can try. And that's the spirit of a true joker, lad. How about we try that dice improvement of yours? Now you're talking. I'll lend you a joker die, and if you beat me, you can keep it. And wouldn't you rather just give it to me, if everyone's meant to have one? I don't have that many to go handing them out. So, what do you say? Shall we play? Let's do it. I'll gladly add a new die to my collection. Now you're talking. Here's the die. But remember, until you beat me, it's only on loan. Come with me to the table.
Just a bit more.
A large beer for me.
Henry, I was wondering when you'd turn up.
One more time, then.
Henry, I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Holy shit.
If Dice favored me today, but next time? In any case, I've errands elsewhere now, but I'll be back in a few days. Come.
All right, if I have the time.
Fantastic.
Henry, I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Did you come and find me? Get out of here. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. Get out of here.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
This place seems familiar. Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge. It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that to... Henry! Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
This is going to be a good DLC, I can already tell.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Best move along.
Forgive me. It's just that... I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God, Martin's adult son? Time really does fly.
He told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name, lad?
Henry.
I'm Magdalene. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me, then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
Back when your pa used to apprentice here, my Skodder's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg. Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the Blacksmiths Guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burnt down. I was visiting my sister in Visokar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing. I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
How did your husband get ill?
Out of the blue. He started coughing, got weak. then lay down, and never got up again. It wasn't the plague, but something nasty nonetheless.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What can you do? Such is life, lad.
Did Martin really not want to take over his own forge?
He was just a lad at the time, and taking over a forge is no easy feat. The guild has its own rules and who to assign it to.
How did the forge's attic burn down?
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze. Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings from the hole. That's the watering hole next door. But it doesn't matter now. They never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for 20 years. But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a lost cause. We just need someone who will bring this place back up. But it's like talking to a stone wall year after year. The guildmasters are too worried about their own business to listen to me. But I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could be as beautiful as a chapel, like when my old Skoda used to run it.
I could be that blacksmith.
You're a blacksmith? Like your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right, such a famous forge shouldn't be left to fall by the wayside.
If you were to take it over, that would be wonderful. Only you'll have to talk to the guild about it first. They make the rules. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when it comes to this place. He might be able to help. He has an armourer's workshop in the town hall quarter. Hopefully he'll hear you out.
I'll try and talk to him. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
Do I really want to start this right now? I think I might. Just for another 15 minutes. Two more houses down. 1, 2. I'm at the back of it though, so I gotta go all the way around.
Did you hear him die?
Ha! I thought it was old, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard.
Master Bushek?
Aye?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait, Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Oh, hey, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
As far as experience, I helped at my father's forge. We made a sword for Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets together.
Cobbler, eh? The royal hetman. Is there any way for you to prove it?
I have the sword here. Would you like to see it?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't imagine I'm ready yet. But let's do it for 200 bucks.
I'm ready.
We'll try it.
Great.
Let's see what it's about.
But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the guild forge, where the trial will take place. I should also mention there will be a verbal exam. And if you can read, I have an excellent handbook here. It's called On Blacksmithing. And it contains all the basics my colleagues may test you on. I'd be happy to sell it to you for a small fee. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word.
I'd like to buy the handbook.
Here it is. Enjoy your studies.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well, then. We have plenty of room.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now. The guild
This is unfortunate, unless it's just the book I can read here. And not something that I have to actually sit down. Okay.
far. We just passed through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
The blacksmith's craft enjoys great respects and recognition since ancient times. How long has this been? Since ancient times, it is no coincidence that some pagan deities, such as Svargrog, were said by legend to be creators of the world, and were also credited with a divine smithing skill. Blacksmiths were honored for their strength, skill, wisdom, and above all, the power they wielded over fire. Masters of this craft held a dignity, or held a dignity usually reserves. Masters of this craft held a dignity usually reserved only for village elders and representatives of the church. I don't like how they do D's in this. Every time I see it, it's like an S. Fucks me up. Forging itself resembles an act of creation. Oh. Forging itself resembles an act of creation. The best time to work the piece is when it is heated to straw yellow. Correct strike. Active creation, straw yellow, correct strike, overheating. I'm just gonna take some pictures.
God grant you health.
Shoes here. Shoe repair. Repair while you wait. Do your shopping here and you're in the clear.
Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna go like this. Load. Unfortunate that I gotta run all the way back there, but whatever.
Nice.
Slow down, you idiot!
Ave Maria. Good day to you.
What do you have for...
Had to see.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
What would you like, sir?
Master, I'm in. Well,
all even
I take.
Aye.
Could I?
It's not. And the other.
Which
first? And tell me, Black.
Not from here. Frisk.
Ah,
I'm
Christ. Some of the tell.
I'll Bill. I have the.
No need. It seems. What is the guild first? And of course. Well then.
I'm ready.
Great. We'll meet. It's called. And.
I'd like.
Here it is. Very well.
All right.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It seems now. The guild forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? Are sparks a good sign while forging?
Huh?
Quality goods, the finest wares. Good people, spare a groschen.
Yes, they're a good sign.
I'm afraid not. It was a trick question. If sparks fly while you're hammering, it's a good sign. Whereas if you're heating the workpiece, it's a bad one. I have one more question. What's the final step before a workpiece is finished?
Quenching, of course.
Excellent. A workpiece has to be quenched and cooled for it to become hardened. At least you got this one right. I reckon it wouldn't hurt to take another peek in the handbooks before the trial. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs in my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
Iron now. Fine, let's burn now.
Excuse me. Shall we begin? And
I'm ready. We can begin.
honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye, Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
How about... Why do blacksmiths whistle while they work?
To keep rhythm.
That's correct.
At least that.
Let's move on to the second.
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
Correct.
Richtig.
Last question.
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of a correct heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
That's right.
Wunderbar.
You answered all 3 questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry, your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
Stärker.
Okay, let's do something we've never done before. I guess I gotta read. Right? Or maybe not. Broadsword. Oh, this one. Jeez Louise. I just gotta read a little bit.
Come take a look at that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Konzentrieren!
Das ist zu viel!
Good day to you.
I'll never finish it like this. I should move it.
Let's see. He'll fuck it up soon at this rate.
Oof. It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Genau!
What's next?
Jetzt vorsichtig. Just like Martin.
Stärker!
Komm schön.
Nothing special.
Take a look at that.
Konzentrieren!
All done?
Let's see what you made. Excellent, Henry. Good work. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony.
Sick.
After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters.
Oh, stalling.
Hang up that sword. Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. Even as a lad, when I watched him by the forge, I wanted to be just like him. A real master blacksmith. Today, thanks to you, my dream has come true. And here in Kuttenberg, where Pa spent the best years of his life, I like to think he'd be proud of me.
He would be, without a doubt. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
Have to finish sorting out the shipments.
Perfect, perfect. Accepted.
We need to talk.
Kochst du heute Abend?
I don't know yet. I'll have to see.
I'm sorry.
Come and take a look.
I'm wondering if somehow... Okay, there is multiple fast travel points. That's good. That is good.
Quality goods, the quality way. Come and take your pick.
Fine wares
Okay, this is where we stop.
Quality merchandise.
Holy shit, 2 potions got me all the way. I didn't think it was gonna give me that far. Let's just pause and save right here, then I'll know what to do when I get back tomorrow.